Now we're moving on to dividing by 10, 100, and 1000. So let's pause here for a moment and see how that is done. Well, division and multiplication are opposites, so we have been moving into the right when we have been multiplying. So obviously, or you might have guessed, this time we're going to move to the left. When we're dividing by 10, by 100, or by 1000, we're going to move the decimal point to the left. How many times? Well, let's do the first one together. 65. You may ask, but there is no decimal point. Remember what I said? Every number has a decimal point, so you put it in yourself if it's not written after the units. We're dividing by 10, so we're going to move it one space. So the point is going to move to be between the 6 and the 5, and so the answer will be 6. Don't forget to write the point, 0.5. That will be our answer. Let's do the next one. We have 279. Again, we know that every number has a decimal point, even if it's not written. Here it is. We're going to move it how many times? Well, we're dividing by 100, so we're going to move it twice. 1, 2. So it will be there between the 2 and the 7, and so the answer will be 2.79. I'm sure you're getting it so far. Let's look at our last one, 128.64. We're dividing by 1,000. So how many times are we going to move the decimal point when we divide by 1,000? Yes, of course, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now our point is here in front of the 1. And so one thing to note is that we're not going to write just 0.12864, which is what we see here, but we need to just insert a 0 here as a placeholder so that we know that there are no numbers here in the units, but for the sake of it looking neat, that 0 will be a placeholder, and so our answer is 0.12864. And please notice that when we get to the decimals, we don't say it as 0.12864. No, we don't say it that way. We say 0 point, and then we mention each number for itself, 12864. So that's how we talk about decimals. Good. You understand that? Let's move